Okay. Um. Good. Good morning, guys, and welcome to the live stream. So today we're gonna be starting day 7. Right. So let me just start by making an announcement. Um, which is that I'm going to be starting the live series at 9 a.m. GMT plus 1, right? 9 a.m. GMT plus 1 and 3 a.m. 3 a.m. CST time zone, right? So 9 a.m. GMT plus 1 time zone, right? And 3 a.m. CST time zone, right? So that is the timing that I'm going to be using from now on, right? And I wasn't able to stream last week, Friday, because one, I wasn't feeling well, right? And two, it's because I have a lot going on and make changes to the time that I do the live stream as well. So um, so we're gonna start the live now. I'm moving on to the to-dos that we have here. Streaming streaming seems to lag behind a little bit. Get us to the end of the stream because the internet is just not good. It's just not good. Not good. It's so bad. Let's check it out. Um, shit, the internet speed. Phew. Come on. This is this is really so bad. This is just so bad. It sort of becomes better a little bit, right? But then becomes so bad. Yeah, but it's a bit better now, I guess. So that's not it will be. Well, anyways, so for the live series, we're gonna be spending only 1 hour daily from now on, right? We won't be spending to 2 hours, so I have the timer set up, and we just be spending 1 hour for every live stream. I will try to get as much done in that time frame. All right. So let's get started. Um, Sense to do sense, but okay. Okay. So in last time in our last series, uh, the previous episode, we said we're gonna get the events done for Gmail. We're just gonna have the list of events that we're gonna be dealing with, and sort of the formats that we're going to be using, right? And we're gonna have the webhook. We're gonna have the events there as well, to the sheet, to the webhook, to the client, and to the task, which we haven't created yet. So we're just gonna be dealing with the Gmail, the sheet, and the webhook for now, right? And we're gonna get the nodes to the front end, right? So we want to get the node from their respective um, objects, right? We want to get the node from their respective classes to to the front end so that the users will be able to see, right? So that the users will be able to see. Okay. And we want to map out the workflow, how the workflow structure for the database, right? Which you already put out a bit of how we're looking to get it at, right? And we want to have a add button, right, to the node front end so that we can add more nodes. So this is what we're going to start with. So we're going to start with the front end, right, which allows us to add nodes automatically. All right, so we're going to start with that here, right? Then we're going to add the events. Then we're going to get the nodes to the front end, right? Because we want only nodes that have events to get to the front end, right? And then after doing that, then we're going to what? We're going to start with creating a structure for the workflow that we're going to be sending to the database, right? So mm, the the bit rate of the live is really not good, but we move. So let's start up our app. npm run dev. We run the convex as well. nps convex because we're gonna be working with the convex database structure, schema. So let's have that running as well, right? Let's see, preparing convex construction, backfiling, and deployed. Okay. So we're gonna start with adding the plus button. Yeah. So let's first show page, reload, and now we're still logged in. So it's loading. Compiling the middleware. It's compiled. Now it is running on the code 3000. But it's not loading. Why is that? Okay, yeah. Cool, it's loading now. So go to the dashboard. And now go to the workflows and click on the workflow. Right. And this is what we have. Right, so we're starting with adding the button. So we want to add button here, right? Like in between the connections, we want to add buttons. But the way we're gonna be dealing with this is we're going to have um, the connectors, right? But 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 we're going to hide this handles, right? We're gonna like not at the handle but the connection. But we might actually leave it, but it's probably gonna be we're gonna create like a layer on top of that, right? That's gonna come down from here, so that you can all the it's gonna come down a little bit, right? And we're gonna have the add in here, right? You're gonna have the add in here, so it's still gonna be the handle that we're dealing with, right? The handle is just gonna be that it's just gonna be the style that they have in here, that it's having it that is a dot. They're able to you're able to put um your mouse on and turns to plus so that you can drag it will not be there anymore, right? Because we're going to change that entirely, and we're going to have the plus button there so that you can add a new step. So let's start with that. So I move this to the right. Let's save this. Okay, and here we're gonna get the components, the workflow, right? So in the workflow, we're gonna create a new file. We're gonna call it connector. What they actually give to us, if you look at, they give us undo, right? Which is what we use to sort of to show those dots that you see here, right? And we're able to drag it, right? To click and drag to create a new node. Previously, before we cancel the creation of node or deleting of nodes, because now you see we can't delete a node we can't delete. Even if I do delete, if I click on delete, I can't delete the node, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a component connector, right? React functional export connector, and what we're gonna do is inside of this connector we're going to have this handle, right? We're gonna bring in the handle. So for that sake, we need to send in the type, the position, So the type, which can either be let me just put the type to be string. Wait. Okay, the type, the position, this is now how you set it, the position, and then I'm just gonna say type props, and we have the type, which React Flow has undo type, right? They have undo type, which if we over on it, you see it's the source and target, right? And we are saying the position, we need to send the position as well, and they also have position as well, right? Which is an enum. You can see position at the bottom, position at the left, and stuff like that, right? And you can put the props here. Okay, so let's format this. So now let's start this. I'm gonna start this, and in here we're going to have an undo, which comes from React Flow. We're gonna, so like I said, we want to hide this undo below, right? So we give it a hidden class, invisible. We want it to be there, right? Because if we do hidden, right? It's just going to be hidden. Like um, if you do hidden, it's going to be displaying of none, right? And the React flow might not be able to see that. So we're going to put the type as well, because we're sending that the position is going to be the same thing, right? And one thing that we're going to do is that we're going to change this to the connector that we created, which is going to take in the type, which is target, right? The position, which is position the top, right? Which is just exactly what we have here, right? And we're gonna do the same thing here as well. So I'm just gonna copy this, and target is gonna the type is gonna be source, and this is gonna be bottom, right? So if it is bottom, sorry about that. So if it is bottom, that is when we want to show what we want to show. We want to show the plus button, right? That's exactly what we want to show the plus button. So, but one thing is that in this connector, we want to show. Okay, we'll start using this now. So let's see what we have. So one thing that you notice is now you see that the dot is gone, right? And now you can't what you see that the plus mouse icon is gone, right? You can literally just do the plus there, right? Though you can still click on this, which you also can delete, right? So what we want to do is we want to have, sorry about that, we want to have a sort of like a pipe that comes from this node down a little bit, right? If it is, and we want another one that comes from this up a little bit, right? So we're gonna determine the distance between them and sort of like put the plus in there, right? So like if we're having nodes that are added under each other, right, we still have those pipes almost touching each other, right? They are intersecting with the plus button icon, right? So we're going to create that, and we can just do self closing, and let's say we give it a height of 4, a width of about 0.5 pixel. We see how that looks. Save that. Okay, you can see now that distance here. You can see that distance is a little bit, right? And we're gonna set the BG. So let's say we use late 900. So we use late 900. You see, there you go. But I think it's smaller than. So let's use 1 pixel. It seems to be the same size now. Okay. Let's add a parent to it. Also, we need to get this to the center, right? So relative, let's do flex. So this is a full width. let's center the items. Okay, cool. But one thing you notice is that we're still having this one at the top, right? We really don't want that. Like, we don't want to have any at the top at all. Like, we don't want to at all. We don't want to have this at the top for trigger, right? We want it to be for actions, but we don't want it for trigger, right? So but let's first just get everything done, then we start dealing with if we're going to show you for trigger or not, right? So let's do a button. Right, and let's put the plus icon there. Plus. So now you see we have this plus icon here, but this is just way too big. It's way too big. So we have the class m0 p0. Let's see. Okay, let's decrease the size of this as well. Let's see, about 14. Okay, but what if it's smaller? Doesn't really matter. About 10. Okay, because if it is big, we still want it to be. Then let's run this, and then full. Let me remove the p. Okay, that's good, but we're gonna have to set the width and height. Let's say about 5, and the width is about 5 as well. Okay. I think we may as well do flex here as well, because if you notice we're not seeing the plus, so flex items center, justify center. That's not working as but yeah, initial now we have, yeah, I mean, it was showing as white, because I'm starting thinking maybe it's let's see, maybe it's the icon PGY. No, but I'd even love to have it like, should it be white? If it is white, it's not bad, but if there's shadow there, the white is good. Yes, the white is gonna pop up. Okay. But the plus is not showing. Flex item center, justify center. And yes. There's a button after all. do I change this to like 15? Something this is gonna show. No. Let me change this to Fresco, maybe. It's not showing now though. Let's try to inspect this. Just register. What if we wrap this in a div or something? Not done. That's not the issue. Or is it big? Is it too big or something? Wait. Oh, there you go.